Come here, Pop. Poppy, come here. Come here. Okay. Hi, Marv. Say hi to Marv. Say hi, Marv. This is me and my partner here, Barkley. We're in the shop. I'm making a quick video to talk about the issues that we've been talking about recording your lectures and labs. Okay? Thanks. Anyhow, I wanted to show you a little bit about the quality of the video and give you the file to help us start this process. Anyhow, I just want to quickly review the stuff that we've been talking about. By the way, today is Friday, May 22nd, 2020. Topic is Video Marvin's Lectures and Labs. Right off the bat, I want you to think about bifurcating the lectures versus the labs. They have different issues, okay? There's a lot of similarities, but just for simplicity, we need to take a baby step here to get one lecture of you online. That's why I'm putting this together, so we can experiment with me videotaping, and we can work with some of the other processes. As I shared with you the other day, let's keep this simple, okay? We're going to use the KISS principle. I want to record just your lecture just as you always have done it, okay? It's simple, it's easy, and it's expedient, okay? I think that scanning your notes in is fine. In fact, I'm thinking that it would save me time if I could figure out how to use the camera to videotape that. Otherwise, I have to figure out how to convert from the scanned document, which is a PDF, into the video format. I've done that in the past. All doable, all pain in the ass. Each one has its idiosyncrasies and issues I have to work through. So I'm looking for just a fast way to preserve all the work that you've done in developing these lectures and the course material over your entire career. And that's one reason why I like to go in there and just shoot you as you've always done it, because it's easy, it's fast, and expedient. Okay. Once we've done that, I'm going to take today's file, okay, which is just going to be an example, and I'm going to send it to you two ways. I'm going to send you the file directly, okay, attached to my email. I'm also going to upload it to YouTube, okay. Now the reason why I'm doing this is that the video that I shoot generates 2 gigabytes of file format for every 45 minutes. These are huge files, okay? We can't send them, I can't send them to you as an attached file under email. Yes, there are other tools out there that allow you to do large files, but be honestly with you, I haven't had much success with it and figured out which one to use, okay? When you start talking about Google Docs and other things, a lot of these things also have issues on the size of the files, okay? All doable, okay, but you got to work through the problems, okay? That brings me to YouTube, okay, because I worked out this problem already because I upload these 2 gigabyte files to YouTube all the time, and it's my YouTube channel is set up to take very, very large files, okay? So I'm going to take this video, and as I said, I'm going to upload it to YouTube and send you that link, hot link, that you can hopefully be watching me now on your computer to show you how quick and easy I could actually do this, okay? That will give us, what I'm proposing, we do the same thing for your lecture, okay? The only thing else I would add to it is your scanned notes and your reference materials, okay? I like to capture that all on video, or that's another steps on how to get that added into the video, which brings us into editing, which I want to hold off for the time being, okay? The other challenges that I hear you talking to me about that I'm happy to work with you on, but I don't have access to these things, is Canvas, okay? From what I've heard about Canvas, and I'm surmising, it's a delivery platform for the educational institution, okay? It addresses their needs from an institution about how do you monitor and charge students for accessing your lectures of their professors, okay? And they have their own idiosyncrasies, and obviously, you know, we're going to either have to figure out that stuff for ourselves or find a resource that to work you through those areas. But at a minimum, okay, once you've got this YouTube, you can then put this into Canvas and say, here's the video of the lecture, go watch it, okay? And that's simple, you know, brute force, okay? You can also download from YouTube into Canvas, okay? Or you could take the little file that I'm creating on this video and put that into Canvas and see how that works, okay? So there's a learning curve there on Canvas that I'm pretty certain that you can figure this out for yourself, find a resource, or give me access to it and I'll play with it and see if I can help you through those areas. The same thing with Zoom, okay? Zoom is a video conferencing thing. Personally, I think the lecture you took becomes very complicated. Paula uses Zoom. I don't use Zoom because I have security issues with it, and I've been holding kind of fast on that. But if you want, I can possibly get onto Zoom with you, and you and I can play with it and just figure out how to make this work and get more comfortable with it, and you can figure out all the other mechanics involved with it. I know a lot of other friends of mine are using it for teaching. If they can get through this issue using it, I'm certain that you and I can easily do that too. Okay? So basically, that would be the first step. Basically, work out all the issues and a proof of concept of taking what you presently do in a lecture, okay, and get it up electronically so it's accessible. That gives us a great stake in the ground, okay, from where you want to move to improve it, okay? Think of this as the book, and now we have to come up with a screenplay, okay? Really very different, and depending upon how much energy and effort you want to put into this will determine the time that's going to take for you to meet the goals that you want. But I would suggest here that we could I suggest that we have a great point here where you can or anybody can sit back and say, oh, I don't like your scan notes. Could you improve your notes by having them typed up in Word like I suggested? So now you've got something that is really readable as opposed to a scanned document. You and I both know what a scanned document looks like. Depending upon how well you do and how well your penmanship is, it's easy to read or difficult to read. But that seems like, for me, like a no-brainer. But again, you'll set the priorities as far as where you think you'll get the most bang for your dollar for improving it. As far as your scanned notes are concerned, I would pay, a grad student to type up your notes, okay? Or find someone else to type up your notes, or have the school provide you somebody to type up your notes so you can put it into the video, okay? I mean, that's really a no-brainer that you can hand to anybody. They hand you back your notes, okay? You sit there, you mark it up, okay? They fix it, and then you accept it, okay? I'll go through your number of iterations until you get your notes written up to the point of where you're happy with. By the way, it's a lot of work. I've done this with a lot of stuff that I write, working with other people, and the back and forth will kill you, okay? But, basically you're writing your stuff down, and you really can have a great opportunity to really improve the clarity of whatever you wrote, okay? And obviously there's a big difference between notes and writing a manuscript or writing a book, but somewhere in there you'll figure out what works well for you and what you're trying to achieve. So that's it. The other aspects I just touched upon briefly the other day was about lighting. I'm shooting this with a combination of LED lights, okay, and then in the back there are fluorescent lights. I told you about the flicker. I think the LED lights here look really good in the camera. By the way, as I'm recording this, I have a little LCD viewfinder which is flipped around so I can actually watch myself as I record this. One of those spare televisions I have upstairs is destined to come down here so I can have a big monitor up to see what I look like. Let me talk about the camera and the capabilities here. I know you keep getting hung up on file size. I will send you the information on Filmora. They will kill you on all the files types they can handle, okay? So that's not the way to approach this. I'll tell you what this camera output puts in. I think it's called an MVP file, but I'll check on that. And I would guess that all these tools will be able to accept a video input, okay? And there's subtleties in that too, okay? I have just as a tangent, Our town has what's called a court reporter, which is a camera that records everything that goes on in the township's courtroom. Okay, but the company that makes the software goes to a special compression algorithm that is not acceptable unless you have their specific reader. So you can't take their stuff and convert it directly into a video and put it online. Okay, this is what I mean. There are hiccups and issues that you have to work through. We'll discover them real fast as we get into this, but I'm hoping that Canvas really doesn't have a problem in accepting all these different things, because I think they're focusing more on the mechanism of delivering online education. So it wouldn't be in their interest to put up hurdles there. I'm trying to think what other issues. Oh, Zoom. Okay. Zoom versus, and this is going to be a little bit confusing, Filmora, okay? Filmora, I believe, has the capability to do a screen capture, okay, of what's ever on your laptop, on your computer screen. So here, you could, in those areas you feel that you want to spend more time for clarity, okay, step the students through a ZMax application, okay, and show them how you do it, and they can watch you keystroke by keystroke, okay. You know, you'll figure out real quick whether this is useful or not, and whether it benefits the students or not, okay. With a lot of stuff, sometimes you just have to it's actually what I recommend a lot on this. Sometimes just don't overthink it. Just jump in, try it, and see what you get. Okay, and then you'll figure out real fast whether it's worth the time and effort. Okay, so there's a plethora of issues here that we're going to have to get through and get you over. And instead of being our typical stuff in working to perfection, let's just do something so that we have a baseline to work from. I was looking for my Shop Wisdom thing up there from Mark Twain about perfection, and I think this is a perfect example where we don't want to get to perfection day one. What we do want to do is just capture what you're doing right now, and we'll work towards perfection later on. This will be having this documented and videoed would be a great resource in doing that, and I think it's a good place to get a stick in the ground and to get going. Anyhow, a lot of fun with you the other day. Since I'm here, and you know I'm a hard-nosed about something, I took that Stanley square that you threw in the garbage and I pulled out, and I did something interesting. I took a stone to the edge, okay, and I bring it up against the Starrett square, okay, and that's perfect. That's matching up. I get a couple of glimpses of light through the whole thing. Now over here, okay, yeah, that's out even more, and on this side that's another issue. But for at least the 4.5 inches, this is looks pretty good. Anyhow, so I'm playing with this. I'm wasting some time working with learning how to perfect my skills there and learning how to use a stone. But anyhow, I thought I would share that with you. Look forward to seeing you on Tuesday, and later. Let me know what you think. Okay? Bye.